Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know that it's been a long while. I had stepped away for a minute, but as of tonight, Labor Day 2021, I'm back. I will be dropping in on you from time to time, just giving you, once again, my thoughts of what's going on in our part of the world and on this planet that we live on. As you know, we thought we had COVID beaten back. We thought we had COVID in a controllable spot. Then along came the Delta variant. And along with the Delta variant came people who didn't want to believe in wearing a mask or putting masks on their children or taking the vaccination. But yet, some of you want to run out there and take sheep dewormer and goat dewormer and everything that you don't need to take, except for the vaccination. Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson worked hard to come up with shots to help you with COVID. And yet, most of you on the right want to believe that if I get this shot, they'll be tracking me. Although they do that on your cell phone anyway, but that's a whole nother story. But in the meantime, where COVID is concerned, many people have lost their lives. And for those of us here in the city of Fresno, say a prayer for Pastor Solomon, who currently is battling COVID. He's been one of the elder pastors here in the city for a long time. And for right now, he is in the grip of COVID. And whether you're a churchgoer or not, be kind enough to say a prayer for that man. Because one thing about COVID is the way it operates. It could be someone that you know, a family member, and it could come out of nowhere. One of the things that gets me is you have a lot of people who could make a difference, but instead of telling their followers to do better, they're actually telling their followers to deny COVID. Recently, they had a group of conservative radio hosts and speakers and pastors who have succumbed to COVID. How many of you remember Mark Berner, conservative radio host out of Florida? He passed August 30th. Philip Valentine, conservative radio host. He passed August 21st. Dick Farrell, another conservative radio host, had a good big following. He passed August 4th. Jimmy DeYoung, Bible prophecy teacher, pastor, standing in the pulpit. He passed August 15th. And then there was Caleb Wallace, another anti-vaxxer. He was out of Texas, down there in San Angelo. He was the guy who was the leader of the San Antonio Freedom Defenders. That group that likes to shout, our body, our way, we'll do as we do. He also passed in August. All from COVID. Some on ventilators, some not. In fact, Caleb Wallace was on a ventilator at least 2 to 3 weeks before he passed. Most still had that stance of, no, I'm not going to do a ventilator. It's not going to happen. And we see worldwide, daily, More and more people dying. Texas, Florida, California, Arkansas, Virginia. Numbers are high. Mississippi, numbers are high. Florida, Governor DeSantis asked the federal government to send extra morgue trucks into Florida. And then he went and told people, well, it's nothing to worry about. Well, why would you do that? In the Tampa Bay area, 1 week they had 8,000 children sent home to quarantine because of COVID. Same thing going on in Texas. These are real problems, folks. And your children, of all things, you need to protect. I have relatives in Texas. And I know mine are being looked at by the people responsible for them because they know that is our future. You don't put your future in peril. You don't put those children out there to be in harm's way. And by doing something as stupid as not getting vaccinated, you're putting your children and your elderly and yourselves in harm's way. Now, I know many of you like to buy into that thing of, well, the government, they always doing something. Well, yeah, that's true. The government is always doing something. But does that mean that you need to risk your own because the government is always doing something? One thing is a fact. Some protection is better than no protection at all. Think about it, people. Think about that. And it makes no sense. Right now, as of today, Florida and Texas has the highest COVID death rates in the United States. And that's not trying to single nobody out. But September 6th, 2021, Texas, Florida, and Mississippi now have the highest death rates. And that is crazy. Excuse me. Mississippi, which had kind of not been that bad, but now all of a sudden has jumped up. They have a death rate of 1.25 per 100,000 residents over the last 7 days. Last 7 days. And that's something that just shouldn't be happening. And people, this mess is real. And people want to say, don't do it, don't to get the shot. Please, folks, get the shot. Take care of yourself. Take care of your people. Take care of one another. I'm not going to drag on with it. I'm just going to say, everybody look out for one another. Reach one, teach one. Save each other, because this is deadly. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be talking at y'all. Lord say the same. I'll be doing it again later on down in the week. We'll talk about something else. In the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be careful, mask up, glove up, wash up. I'll holler.